Hi guys, I'm the Gadget Guy, and as always, I'm here with a new video. Today, we have another selection of the coolest stuff from Amazon, and it's over 10 minutes of video that I can assure you will be entertaining. So get comfortable and don't forget to bring snacks and drinks. Make sure to watch it until the end. Well, now give that thumbs up, and if you're ready, let's get started. Here I have an incredible slingshot. It's exactly the one I've been dreaming of all my life. And the most curious thing is that it's not a small one. There are plenty of those. On the contrary, it's a model that almost looks like a real weapon. The elastic bands, when stretched, become so stiff that it seems like they're about to explode any moment. And that, of course, increases the shooting force. A great option for those who want to shoot outdoors while camping in nature, but at the same time prefer not to use any weapon capable of causing harm. I think you'll agree with me when I say that sometimes, even though we fully trust someone, we may want to make sure they're not deceiving us. That's why there's that saying, trust but verify. And is there anything that can help us better than a lie detector? It is precisely with its help that truthful answers to the most current questions are obtained. The device captures the reactions of the subject under test and then correlates them with the changes that occur when asking other questions. If the person we are going to subject to this test tells us a lie, they will have to endure an unpleasant punishment, a very slight electric shock, although, well, maybe not so slight. Having said all that, I swear I would think twice before trying to hide anything, and actually, even before agreeing to participate in such an experiment. I'll tell you a secret, I just found out today what this thing is called. It turns out it's called Jolly Jumper, and it's these tanks you see here. It's a spectacular device that, to tell you the truth, even gives me the creeps a bit. Is that weird? No, seriously, have you seen how high these tanks are? And if one falls from up there, and if it also hits something, well, I don't know about you, but health is extremely important to me. And I also know my friends, they'll make me put all this on and then run away to the other side to record everything on video and laugh like crazy while I'm stumbling clumsily like an idiot swaying from side to side. But of course, if you're not afraid, you can try it out yourselves. Here it is, all yours. And this might be perhaps the most original belt I've ever seen in my life. The detail that makes it so special is its buckle, which is actually a knife. The undeniable advantages of this item are the impossibility of guessing its trick and the fact that it's a weapon you'll always have at hand, because I highly doubt anyone leaves the house and forgets to put on pants. The knife is taken out in a very simple way. You can even do it with one hand. It is held inside the buckle with a small clip. I couldn't tell you if such a piece is capable of being useful when it comes to defending oneself from someone, but it can certainly be handy for traveling or camping. In 2013, Evolve Skateboards was the first company in the world to develop a carbon fiber electric skateboard, and since then its quality has always been the same, that is, excellent. The Carbon GT is the definition of perfection in terms of design, performance, and craftsmanship. I even think that if Batman had an electric skateboard, this would be a Carbon GT. The skateboard platform is handmade with 100% carbon fiber and completely hides all electronic components. The board is powered by new lithium-ion batteries made with patented PowerFlex technology based on the best batteries from Samsung and Sony. It allows us to travel up to 30 km on a single charge and turn a bumpy road or a forest trail into a nice ride. And you know what? I'll tell you, I'm not a skater, but now that I'm seeing this skateboard, I really feel like having one myself. Don't any of you happen to have one? I'm definitely not an expert in building airplanes, but if we trust the information provided by the manufacturer, we have in front of us a miniature airplane engine model. It is assembled like any building kit, and it's a process that is already entertaining in itself. I bet those of you who can spend hours and hours doing something will really enjoy this game. Once the piece is assembled, it will be ready for us to start it up. For this, we have a micro circuit that is included in the kit. So there you go, the engine, we already have it, and what's left is to assemble the rest of the plane and get ready for takeoff. Car enthusiasts, get ready because now we're going to see a great car model. Really, besides its impressive appearance, it comes with a remote control that's amazing. Well, this model has been manufactured in 1/12 scale. In fact, what we have in front of us is a military transport or something very similar to it. The car is very well designed and can be added to a model collection, being one more piece, or used to take creative photos and videos. We can even pretend to drive them ourselves. For that, all we have to do is place a GoPro camera inside. And this is a fantastic folding knife. Really, it has images of a dragon. With just one movement, the sharp blade of this weapon comes out, and with the same hand, we can retract the blade and store the knife, for example, in the pocket, holding it by its iron handle. The knife itself is compact and comfortable, and this is clear, but its most special feature is, of course, its appearance. I don't know how its creators managed to give it such a cool color, but it's really awesome. And here we have a laser engraver, a device capable of captivating not only children, but also adults. It allows transferring any image to a surface of wood, leather, plastic, paper. It's incredible how easy things are done now. Just press a couple of buttons and you have an original object, and not like when we were kids and had to spend hours drawing each letter with a magnifying glass in hand, afraid of accidentally going beyond the outline. The engraver connects via Bluetooth to a mobile phone from which all basic controls are performed. Judging by people's opinions, the image comes out clear and sharp, and that means that fans of creative things are going to like this tool for sure. Would you be able to find someone who doesn't like radio-controlled cars? And if I tell you that now there are toys that are not only controlled with remote controls, but also with hand gestures, what do you think? Well, to do this, a special bracelet is used, and it's much cooler to play this way. And another thing I can't fail to mention is the features of the car itself. The design of its wheels allows it to move in any direction, turn, and do some really cool tricks. Plus, this monster doesn't care if it falls or tips over. It doesn't mind going on bumpy roads or other similar obstacles. Its maximum speed reaches 20 km/h. Impressive. This charger is amazing. It has 20 ports. For me, 5 was more than enough, but here it's 4 times more. So many things that can be charged at once: a phone, a flashlight, a power bank, a lamp, headphones, basically anything you can grab around. Moreover, if someone has a large family or travels with a bunch of friends, this gadget can come in very handy. It has protection against overheating, weighs 402 grams, and it is powered by a 2 meters cable. Next on the list is a miniature version of the AR-15, an American semi-automatic rifle that has been manufactured since 1963. It comes completely disassembled. The kit includes a platform, ammunition, a silencer, a stock, a telescopic sight, a detachable magazine, and other parts that need to be assembled to create a spectacular weapon. Plus, it comes in a super eye-catching color, which means it will always catch your eye. It's a shame it can't actually be fired, but that's okay. We've all dreamed of having sneakers with wheels at some point. It's true that they cost a fortune, and that's why not all of us can afford such a purchase. But now we have the possibility to turn ordinary sports shoes into wheeled sneakers using the wheels that are attached to the heel. They are fastened with Velcro. It's a simple process, and you won't take long. And then when you get tired of skating, you can remove the rollers without any problem and continue walking normally. I think I just discovered what I'm going to ride on in the summer from now on. Just hoping I get the hang of it. The next device is a wireless alarm that is activated if we open a window, a room door, or the closet. It consists of 2 parts, a magnet and a triggering unit. When they are ready for use, they are closed. As soon as the magnet starts to move away from the sensor, a loud siren with a power of up to 125 decibels is heard. Since it's an unexpected and very loud sound, it's enough to scare off any intruder and draw the attention of the occupants. I don't know about you, but every time I go on a picnic, I think it would be good to have a knife that is flashy and doesn't lack its own style. Don't you have one? Because I think you'll agree with me when I say that being in nature, it's much cooler to cut meat or vegetables with a large wooden knife than with the one we all have at home in the kitchen. And well, I haven't found any large wooden knives like I wanted, but I did find an option similar to the Viking style. It has its characteristic touch, and it's because its blade is made of Damascus steel, which has always been known for its durability and strength. Moreover, that's precisely what adds attractiveness to it. In short, it's an option worth considering. You can start taking notes now. And here I have a BB-9E pen, a miniature copy of the astromech droid that belonged to the First Order. By the way, during the filming of The Last Jedi, it was nicknamed BB-8 pronounced as hate, meaning hatred. This reflects its character, just like other droids. Part of the Star Wars line, the BB-9 E-Pen is capable of obeying voice commands, recognizing other devices of its kind, and navigating along a set path. In patrol mode, the latter implies studying the terrain and remembering the location of objects. Additionally, the droid supports augmented reality mode, allowing us to send text messages. To view these messages, we have to point the camera of our smartphone at them, and then the video will be displayed on the screen of our mobile device. As for the dimensions, it's a toy that fits perfectly in the hand and weighs about 200 grams. The robot's casing is made of polycarbonate, its bottom part is spherical, and the head is shaped like a truncated cone. The built-in battery allows us to enjoy the toy for an hour of entertainment, while charging takes 3 hours and is done from the station. Well, and here I have a stun gun, one of those that is kind of weird, like too small or something. It's the size of a pen or a small flashlight. The shock seems to be powerful, and yet it's ridiculous. And what did you expect for a device that costs $2? Although those who have never experimented with such things will feel it, and a lot. Keep in mind that the voltage is not only applied to the electrodes, but also to the switch button. I don't know about you, but I really don't like this kind of thing. You can suggest me anything except for this. The sensation is just very unpleasant. That's why I don't like jokes with shocking chewing gums. Well, and here we have an essential device for all those who have their own pool, or for anyone thinking of taking a swim in one. Imagine you need to measure the water temperature. If we rely on thermal sensation, we might be mistaken, and that means the ideal thing is to have a thermometer. However, buying the standard version is no fun at all. What a bore it is, but what if we buy a crap like this one? Imagine the faces of people who don't know it's a thermometer. That way, you'll always have a clear lane just for yourselves, and you can swim without anyone bothering you. If you have a dog, surely you always sleep at the same times and also go out following a schedule. Because it doesn't matter if you feel like it or not, you are obliged to take it out every now and then. And since taking the dog out is part of your life, there's another process that also enters your daily routine. It's a process directly related to taking dogs out. I know you've guessed it from the video. Yes, I'm referring to the dog's need to poop. Leaving feces on the grass or on the sidewalk is not the best option, at least not for polite people. And so that it doesn't dirty our hands and we don't have to clean everything ourselves, a device was invented. What we have to do is wrap it with a bag, and then using a kind of spatula or tongs, we pick up everything, and that's it. Only when I saw this device for the first time, the first question that popped into my head was, are you sure it's a wireless charger and not a gadget from some game? No, seriously, even my character in WoW had something similar. The gadget itself is a magical circle decorated with mysterious symbols and inscriptions. During charging, these light up from the inside, creating a special effect that seems like magic. And since it doesn't take up much space, it's perfect for taking it anywhere, especially when traveling. Its circumference is 25 centimeters. All modern cars nowadays come equipped with different types of lighting, not only on the interior, but also on the exterior, in the trunk, or in the headlight area. But if your vehicle lacks this type of lights and you would still like to have them, you can opt for this strip. It connects very quickly and easily and can also be used for the trunk. It works great. It lights up when we turn in one direction or another and informs about reverse. In short, it's an illumination strip worth having. And now I'm going to name 3 things, and what you have to do is try to guess which one is shown on the screen: a comb, a garden rake, or a Wolverine cosplay accessory. You've chosen well, but none of the options will be correct. What you see are meat claws. Meat claws? What the heck? With this gadget, you can shred someone like meat. Just kidding, but seriously, they're very sharp claws. Not all of us use flash drives just to reinstall Windows every now and then. I, for example, store lots of photos and other files on them that remind me of my happy days. Anyway, if I had the same flash drive that appears on the screen, I'd give it some use, for sure. Its design is the same as Sony's controller. It's like a real DualShock. As for its size, this flash drive can hardly be called compact, and yet it's smaller than an adult man's palm. How does it open? Well, all we have to do is remove the left side of the gamepad. Let me see a show of hands of those who have never dreamed of printing photos directly from a smartphone. No, I don't see any hands raised, and that means you've all dreamed of something like this. Then you'll definitely like this pocket printer, the Instax Mini Link, which is the size of a power bank. The device connects to the smartphone via Bluetooth wireless technology and allows us to control the camera through the Mini Link app. This allows us to shoot remotely and also has other cool features such as two very curious modes, video printing and party printing. In the first case, we have to select a frame from the video we want to print. And in the second case, we have to connect several phones to the printer at the same time so that it makes a collage of shots into a single image. The built-in battery is enough to print about 100 photos. The time it takes to get a photo is only 12 seconds. The printer is charged via the micro USB port. Do you know what thermal printing is? If not, let me update you quickly. In short, it's a set of methods that allow transferring an image to a surface using high temperatures and special inks. And as you may have guessed, what I have in front of me is precisely one of those devices. Look, in no time, an old, ugly, and boring shirt becomes a new one with a funny drawing and a unique design. Take note, dear fashion and style lovers. And here I have two very creamy and delicious chocolate bars that I personally recommend to everyone. And if I recommend them, it's not just because they're tasty and it sounds weird, I know, but because they're not chocolates at all. They're actually USB memory sticks that come in the shape of our favorite candy. I remember how I used to forget to bring a USB stick when needed in high school and then in college. I just couldn't remember to bring one. My mind was busy with other things. But if I had had a chocolate USB stick like this back then, I would never have forgotten because I love chocolate. Well, it would also have been fun to surprise classmates and teachers. Take note, you won't regret it. Wow, I didn't know you could find a Caterpillar with its control panel and everything on the internet. How cool! It looks like my homemade museum of prank items will have a new collectible piece today. The Caterpillar itself is not scary. I would even say it's adorable. It's green and has little drawings and it moves very fast. But not everyone will guess right away that it's a toy, will they? And I forgot to tell you something important. Keep in mind that during the day, it's unlikely that you'll be able to impress anyone with this thing. It's better to wait until it's night because then it's harder to see objects clearly. This way, everything will turn out better. Impossible. Next on my list is a great and supposedly economical device for novice trackers. You've probably seen something similar in movies or even in some games. I remember a movie where a group of teenagers went exploring a cave, and there, with the help of a thermal camera, they were able to locate some mutants. I just doubt very much that this model is capable of doing such a thing. It has very low resolution. I think it will serve for domestic use or some kind of experiments, but little else. I have to admit that I feel terrible for not knowing the name of this car model and how handsome it is and probably famous too, but I don't know it. What can I do? Leave me a comment, please, if you know what model it is so you can clear my doubts and everything. And well, as for the model itself, it's a worthy replica of this retro style car. It's just like the original. It has several moving parts like the engine, the pistons, etc. And if we open the trunk, we'll see everything with our own eyes. This marvel is remotely controlled by a remote control, and there's nothing easier, I swear. Even a child will be able to handle it. Now tell me, looking at this keychain, do you think it could hide a microphone inside, and with this microphone you could record any private conversation? Well, my friends, before you there is a proper voice recorder that will never attract anyone's attention. Its size is that of a Kinder Egg toy. Actually, it's precisely for this reason that buying it can be dangerous, whether you want it or not. It's a spy device, but it looks incredible, it has to be said. It's like a mini padlock or something. What do you imagine when you hear about a compact knife? For me, for example, what immediately comes to mind is an image of a person taking out a compact, also foldable knife from their pocket to defend themselves from someone. But neither you nor I would ever think that there could be knives so small in the world its blade is drawn out by this sliding lever that we have to move downward. There's a possibility of injuring someone with this thing, but for now, I don't have the answer to this question, nor do I want to. But hey, if it's about making a clean cut of whatever or opening a package, I think this knife will do. I'll give it a thumbs up, which won't be as small as it is, but a big one. Well, I'm sorry to say that's all. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and comment on which gadget you like the most. Greetings, and until next time.